Hello, everyone. So delighted to come to you again here on YouTube Live. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Faith Hunter. I am the owner of Embrace Own, and right now our Embrace Own app is in the process of getting a couple of updates, and so I am here to provide Saturday afternoon, kind of like a gentle grounding practice. The only thing we'll need for today's practice, I always suggest to get something to sit on. So if you need a blanket, if you need a meditation seat, go on and grab that. If you have tight lower back, tight hamstrings, know that you can also reach over and grab a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, a towel, a scarf, that works out really well. And then, of course, it's always nice to have a little additional support. And so the other prop that you may need will be a block. Now, if you don't have a block, again, no worries, you're at home. Go on and grab a couple of books. All right. So you're going to find your way into a comfortable seat and sit on your blanket, of course. And I'd like for you to place the palms facing down to start. Then give your shoulders a couple of little rolls, just up, forward, and back. Just kind of move with that. So just kind of roll them up and back. You want to dip them a little further forward. Just kind of feel out where you need it. And then, of course, feel free to reverse the direction. So moving them the opposite way. And then just kind of settle into some moment of stillness here. So again, the palms are facing down. The eyes are closed. And your internal gaze coming right between your brow, your first eye or third eye, however you like to name it. Feel the crown of your head rise all the way up to the heavens as the hips root down into the earth. As you deepen the breath, finding that ujjayi pranayama, inhaling slowly, hearing the light little whisper in the back of your throat. Exhaling lightly as the shoulders melt away from your ears. Be in this moment. Feel yourself rooted and grounded into the space. Feel the heart expand. We'll take about 5 more deep breaths in and out of the nose. Again, just using this as an opportunity to come into the moment. And then slowly bring the palms together. Allow your thumbs to rest right in the middle of the chest. And we are going to start this practice and open it up with 3 beautiful sounds of Om. So let's begin. Deep inhale. Allow the hands to return to your legs, keeping the eyes closed and just allowing that sound vibration, that current that you cultivated in this moment, that powerful sensation of Om to just be with you now. Feel it move through the entire body. Feel it reverberate within your soul. On this post Christmas day, it is so important right? Now our bodies are like, the new year is coming. What am I going to do? The mind is coming. What am I going to do? So it's important that we root down, ground, and settle in, but use this opportunity of rooting, of grounding, to help cultivate a solid foundation. And I find that the only way that we can cultivate a solid foundation is by sometimes letting go of the things that are not going to necessarily support us and serve us into the new year. It's also, right, an important time to just allow ourselves to start to plant something new, allow our bodies, our minds, our souls to be open up to limitless possibilities. It's more than just like saying, oh my goodness, I'm moving into this new year. I need to like trash everything. I need to like purge all the people out of my life. Like, no. What I'm saying is that sometimes we just need to clean house, allow ourselves to release, even in those moments where it feels really uncomfortable and it feels really painful, right? But we know that in order for us to move forward, we have to have a solid foundation, and that solid foundation cannot be built on shaky ground. So that's what we're going to do today, is cultivate that sense of steadiness and utilize all the tools that we have in this practice to help give us the ability and the capacity to let go, so that we are ready for the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks, next months, and of course, 2021. So staying in a comfortable cross-leg position, we are going to take the arms high over our heads. We're going to drop into what is called ego eradicator. This is typically done in the Kundalini tradition, but I find that it is very, very valuable, right? Sometimes you just want to wake up in the morning, just boom, drop right into it. It is, it's named ego eradicator, but the breath work that's supporting it, or part of this practice, is breath of fire. Breath of fire is very powerful. It's very purifying. It's very cleansing. And it gives us the ability to really start that fire burning. There is a concept in the practice of yoga that is called a vayu, and vayus are that energy that flows through. And then right around the middle, right around our belly center, it's called the samana vayu. And the samana vayu is this churning. And that's what the breath of fire starts to do. It starts to stimulate that samana vayu, so that the other pranic energy, so that the other energy can flow throughout the entire body and support us. So what's going to happen, the arms are going to go up at like a 60-degree angle. You're going to drop your fingers right to the pads of your hands. So not the palm, but the pads, so that the palm is exposed. The thumbs are going to extend up and plug into the heavens as the shoulders stay plugged into the shoulder sockets. Again, you're going to use breath of fire during the process. If you've never done this before, it's a powerful inhale and a powerful exhale through the nose. And each time you exhale, the navel comes in towards the spine to push the air out. The eyes are closed. You're gazing right between your third eye. You're going to do this. I'm going to keep a nice little time on this. So we're going to do this for about 1 minute, just to awaken things and to warm up the body for our practice. Here we go. Arms overhead, 60 degrees. Close the eyes and begin pumping. So find that powerful rhythm. Inhale, exhale through the nose. If you are pregnant on the first day of your moon cycle, don't do this. Just long, deep breaths, arms extended. Know that if you need to slow the pace down, you can, but keep the inhale and exhale powerful. Stay with it. Inhale. Hold the breath in. Squeeze at the base of your perineum. Draw the thumbs to touch overhead. Reach the fingertips straight up towards the sky. Keep holding the breath. We're just practicing a little kumbhak breath retention. Keep holding. And then exhale slowly. Fan the hands down as you exhale. Allow your fingertips to touch the earth. Simply observe and notice. Feel everything moving through you. Feel the energy spiraling around the spine, out into the fingertips, the crown. Slowly breathe in through your nose. Exhale out of the mouth. One more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of your mouth. All right, from here, you're going to slide off your blanket or your pillow, whatever you're sitting on. And we're going to remain in the cross-leg position. We're going to begin with a little Sufi grind. So the palms are going to rest on your knees here. And you're going to inhale, bring your chest forward. And you exhale, you're going to round back. So you want to keep your hips rooted. This is like a nice spinal movement. So you're reaching, inhaling forward, reaching back, rounding the back. Inhale forward, exhale back, keeping those hips rooted. Just starting to awaken that beautiful Kundalini energy, that spiraling, that sleeping serpent, awakening your sense of stability, starting to establish that element of security. Come to center, breathe in. Sweep the arms high overhead, reach through your fingertips, and then exhale, take a twist to the right side. So your right hand is going to drop behind you, left hand is going to come to your knee. Keeping the crown of your head reaching up to the sky and your shoulders relaxed. Know that at any point in time during our practice, if you just want to close your eyes and go inward, I definitely encourage that. Still breathing in and out of your nose in the twist. Now you're going to keep your left hand resting on your right leg. You're going to take your right arm, cross it in front so the arms are crossed. If the hands touch the knees, the thighs, doesn't really matter. You're going to breathe in center, and when you exhale, you're going to gently fold forward. And so as you fold forward, know that you can reach your arms a little further away from your legs or past your legs and knees, so you get a deeper stretch. So you're basically crossing the arms a little more in front of the body, in front of your chest. Keep your hips rooted. One more breath. Slowly begin to lift your body up. You're going to unravel your arms, unravel your legs, and you're going to place the soles of your feet. So I'm going to turn to the side. Soles of the feet are going to come to the floor. Your palms are going to drop behind you, so your fingers and toes are moving in the exact same direction. And you're going to rise up into altar pose, or sometimes people like to call this tabletop. So all 10 toes on the mat. Lift your hips. Know that if it feels good, you can drop your head back. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Stick out your tongue. Lion's breath. One more. Deep inhale. Gently, gently lower your hips back to the earth. And then if you remember which leg was in front, go on and switch that. So I have my right leg in front, so know that I'm now going to switch and place my left leg in front. We're going to take that Sufi grind again, but this time when we take the Sufi grind, we're going to go in the opposite direction. So moving to your left, inhale forward, exhale round the back. Now, if you did start on the other side, just switch it up. Inhale forward, exhale back. And make sure the rib cage goes all the way forward, side, forward. Few more. Breathing in, circling back. Come to center, breathe in. Reach your arms high overhead. Really elongate the side body. And then exhale, twist to your left. Drop the left hand behind you, right hand to your leg. Breathe in, spine long. Exhale, twist. Breathe with your ujjayi. Stay in the moment. Relax your shoulders. Only a few more breaths. Each time you inhale, you want to feel the crown of your head rise. Each time you exhale, gently twist to the left. Here we go. Inhale back to center. Right hand remains on the left leg. Left arm crosses in front of your leg, and you fold forward. Now, the beautiful thing I love about forward folds is that it really compresses the abdomen, and it provides a nice little massage. So with us doing all this breath work, the twisting, we're wringing it out. And then with the forward fold, it's compressing to support that elimination. Physical elimination, mental elimination. Slowly begin to rise and lift the body up, unravel the arms. You're going to take that little tabletop altar pose again. And plant the palms just a few inches behind you, again, making sure that your fingers and toes are moving in the same direction. Your inner arches are parallel. We rise and lift up. Press that pelvis as high as you can. Drop the head back if that feels good for your body. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale, stick out your tongue. Lion's breath. One more deep breath in through the nose. Stick out your tongue. Lion's breath. Gently begin to lower your hips. Extend the legs out in front of you. And I want you to bring your feet about wide as your mat. So lift the hips up nice and high. You're going to inhale, lift the arms up, and then start to fold forward. Now the hands can rest on your shins. You can grab your ankles, your outer edges of your feet, whatever feels good. Try not to round the back here, but I want you to reach your heart forward. It's not about getting your chest on the floor. Opening up the lower back. Flex the feet a little more. Feel that energy moving through the hamstrings, the calf muscles. Shoot it on out through your heels. Taking 2 more breaths here. Deep inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale to lift your chest up. Find your way back into the neutral spine. Shoulders and hips are stacked. And then swing your legs all the way behind you. You're going to move right into a nice little downward facing dog. So you're going to come onto all fours. Spread the fingers wide before we move into that down dog. Thumbs are moving in. Pinky fingers are towards the edge of your mat. Curl your toes under. Start to engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha if you haven't already. Hopefully you have. Squeezing the navel in and then find stillness, right? So a lot of times we just want to get in this down dog and move around. I just want you to feel and sit. Be fully aware of what's happening within the physical body. And as the head hangs and the spine releases from your hips, notice what's happening in your mind. One more breath here. You're down dog, holding, feeling, observing. And then with ease, we're going to take a little flow here. You're going to inhale forward into your plank pose. Shoulders come over your wrist. As you exhale, gently lower your knees. Then the elbows as your heart melts right there between your hands. Keep the belly on the mat. Find your baby cobra. For those of you that may want to lift up a little bit higher, you can always press and rise up to a cobra. You're going to curl your toes, draw your hips back, lift the hips up once again. We're in that downward dog. And then slowly begin to walk your feet towards the top of your mat. Know that you can bend your knees if you need to. And then start to roll your bodies up. Finding your way to stand in a nice little mountain pose. So in your mountain pose at the top of your mat or wherever you're standing, your feet can come almost about hip bone distance apart, right? You don't want them too wide. You don't want like the hips that your mama gave you. So you want to keep it in a little bit. It's almost like 2 fists between your hands. It's typically a nice little gauge. And then we're going to drop into this powerful breath work again, but you're going to make fists with your hands. So the arms are going to reach straight out in front of you. And as you exhale, really forcefully out of your mouth, You're going to hug the elbows in right by your rib cage and create little fists. So you're inhaling the arms out, and the fingers can kind of go wide. But the moment they come in towards your body, you're creating that fist and elbows right there by your belly and rib cage. You're going to inhale through the nose and exhale out of the mouth. Now, as you do this, I want you to start to think about, what do you need to burn off? Maybe it's something in your mind space, right? Maybe it's some negative self-talk that's keeping you from moving forward, right? A lot of times we hold on to those voices in our heads that are telling us that we're not worthy, we're not good enough, we can't do it, right? So maybe that's what you need to burn off. If there are these thoughts and energy, right, that you're holding on to that's keeping you from stepping into your greatest self and your greatest power, just burn that off. Whatever you need to let go. You're telling yourself, I need to clean my closet today. So you know what? Set that up. Burn off the procrastination. So here we go, guys. Take those arms out in front of you. Elbows are going to hug in right by your rib cage. Knees are soft, so you don't want to lock the knees. And we begin. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, if you're pregnant on the first day of your moon cycle, just keep long, deep breaths in and out of your nose. Keep going. Find the pace that's going to work for you. Make sure those elbows are coming in nice and tight right by your rib cage and belly. Gaze at one point, or you can even close your eyes. Just think about, what am I burning off? What am I letting go? What am I releasing in this moment so that I can have a strong, steady, solid foundation as I move forward in my life. Only a little bit more. If you do need to come back to a nice, slow, deep breath, just keep the arms moving. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, slowly soften the elbows. Fold gently, gently forward. Slowly, slowly fold forward. And just hang over. Knees are really bent. Just hanging and releasing. If you do feel a little lightheaded, know that you can come and rest on the floor. Just give yourself a moment. Maybe you can take a child's pose. And then start to roll your body up. Find your way to standing. Your shoulders a nice little roll. Breathe in. Exhale, empty out. Take your right hand to the belly. Take your left hand to your crown. It's resting right over the crown of your head. And just make a personal commitment to yourself. Of where you need to go, of what you need to do, of what you need to release, of who you desire to be. You are that. And the fire in your belly, let it rise all the way up. Let it extend down and release all that is no longer serving you. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. Release the arms alongside you. Coming back to the top of your mat. I'm just going to take a simple little flow here. So you're going to inhale, lift the arms high overhead. Exhale, gently bow forward, hinging from your hips. Take a deep inhale, lifting up halfway, hands to the mat or to your shins. Soften the knees, step your right foot all the way behind you. Now, if you have sensitive knees, place that blanket underneath your right knee. You're going to drop the right knee down to the mat, release the back toes, and we're in a low crescent lunge. Anjaneyasana. Sweep the arms forward and up. Palms are slightly apart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, elbows spin right there by your sides. Your little cactus arms. One more deep breath in. Exhale, elbows spin. Inhale, lift the arms up once again. Exhale, twist. Your right hand is going to come and rest on your left thigh. The left hand can come to your left hip, or the left hand can reach behind you and touch your right hamstring. So you kind of hold onto that thigh and hamstring. Holding here, relaxing the shoulders. You can even gaze over your left shoulder if that feels comfortable for your neck. One more breath. Release the hands down to frame your left foot. Keeping the right knee on the mat, draw your hips back so you're straightening the left leg. Now here's the place where if you need your blocks can go right underneath your hands, right? And the blocks, different heights. Try not to round your back, the crown of your head reaching forward. Folding as deep as it feels right for you. One more breath. Taking a shift back into that lunge, bending the left knee, palms firmly planted to the mat. Step your left foot back to meet your right, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale forward into plank pose, nice and slow. Spread those fingers wide. Hugging everything in. Mula Bandha, Bandha. Drop your knees. Melt your heart down to the mat. Point your toes behind you. Baby cobra, you can stay right there. Or press up and lift into a little king cobra. Holding here, just breathing in and out. One more breath. So we're actually holding the cobra. Curl the toes under. Draw your hips back. We're in downward facing dog. Holding here, finding stillness once again. Deep inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Now you can walk your feet to the front, taking as many steps as you like, or you can join me by sweeping the right leg up into the sky behind you, slowly stepping the right foot between your hands. Bringing your left foot to meet it forward, fold over both legs. Soften the knees and roll the body up. Once you roll the body up, sweep the arms high over your head, so to keep this little sequence going. Exhale, bow forward, hands to the earth. Preparing to go. Inhale, lifting up halfway, hands to mat or shins. Slide your left foot all the way behind you. Drop your left knee to the mat. Sweep the arms high overhead. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, elbows bend, cactus arms. Inhale, arms rise. Once again, exhale, bend the elbows, cactus arms. Inhale, reach the arms high into the sky. Once again, twisting to the right side. Exhaling into the twist. Left hand to the right thigh. Right hand can go to your hip or hold on to your left leg. Just breathing and feeling one more. Softening the hands down to frame your right foot. Drawing the right hip back. Be mindful as you take this shift. Flexing the right foot. Again, don't round the back. Try your best not to. Keep the crown of your head forward. Use your books, your blocks under your hand if you need to. Still engaging your Ujjayi pranayama. Deep breaths in and out of the nose. Last one. Shifting here, bending the front knee, lifting the back knee off the mat, curling the toes, and then sliding your right foot back to meet your left. Hips to the sky, down and down. Bring a forward plank pose on the inhale, nice and slow. Lower your knees. Let your hardest elbows bend by your ribcage. Baby cobra or king cobra, press into the tops of your feet. Curl the toes, draw your hips back, downward facing dog. So we're going to do something a little bit different in this downward facing dog. You're going to rise into the balls of your feet, keep the spine long, and then bend your knees. So it's like the sits bones are drawing back to where the ceiling meets the wall. The heart is still kind of softening towards your thighs. The belly's almost touching your thighs, and you're on the balls of your feet. Now, if this is too much, just stay your down dog. Straighten the legs, still on the balls of your feet. Exhale, press the heels to the mat. Let's do that one more time. Rise into the balls of your feet. Keep those sits bones drawing back. Keep the tailbone reaching back where the ceiling meets the wall. Knees bend, exhale. Let your heart release, let the head hang. Keep drawing the hips back. Stay on the balls of your feet. Straighten the legs first, and then lower your heels to the mat. Again, you can walk your feet to the front of the mat, or slowly lift your left leg up into the air. Slide that left foot towards the front. Bring your right foot to meet it. Forward fold over both legs. Inhale to rise up. Just roll the body up. Second vertebra on top of vertebra. Find your way to stand. Just give it a little shake if you need to. So we're going to stay here at the top of the mat, but we are going to drop into a little more heated breath work, but we're going to hold chair pose in the process. So moving into Utkatasana, fierce pose, right? So your feet can be slightly apart, right? If you need a little space, know that you can do that. Or for those of you that want to, you can bring your big toes together and a little space between your heels. The hips are going to draw back. You're going to bring your elbows right there by your rib cage once again, but the palms are going to float up. So as you take this breath of fire, what I'd like you to think about is just like, you're just offering it all up, just letting it go. All right. So again, if you are pregnant or on the first day of your moon cycle, just long, deep breaths. If not, powerful inhale, powerful exhale. Try your best not to lean over. Keep lifting the chest. Just draw your hips back. Keep your arms in position. Straighten the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the arms right there by your ribcage. Palms are facing up. Slow, easy breaths in and out of your nose. Close the eyes. Just let it go. Let it all release. Let it pour from your hands. Let it melt away from your body. One more breath. Release the arms alongside you. Sweep the arms high overhead. Exhale, bow forward. Step your right foot all the way back. You're going to spin that right heel down so that right foot's coming in about 45 degrees. Then you're going to draw your left hip back. We're going to come into a quick little warrior one stance with the legs, but we're not going to do warrior one arms. So that left hip is drawing back. The shoulders, rib cage are square as much as you can towards the front of your mat. And the way that you make this a lot easier is making sure that right foot's turned in about 45 degrees. The hands are going to drop behind you. Now here, maybe a little tight for some of you if you have tight shoulders. You're going to interlace your fingers behind your back. If this is too much, I want you to grab your strap, your towel, whatever you need, and hold on to that. We're going to make our way into devotional warriors. You're going to inhale, lift your chest, keep bending deep into that left leg. And then start to bow forward. Bringing your chest and belly to meet, that might be, or belly to meet your left thigh, that might be enough. You can lift the arms up a little bit away from your hips, or you can let that belly and shoulder kind of dip to the inside of your left leg as the crown goes down, and the arms continue to lift. We're holding here for 2 more breaths, and be mindful here to draw that left hip back. 1 more. Lower your hands down to frame your left foot. Spin onto the ball of your right foot, and you're going to shift your way forward to lift your right leg. So when you lift your right leg, the hips are going to stay square, and you're pressing your right heel back. So it's like we're coming into a warrior 3, but the fingertips are on the mat. You can even press the palms into the mat, depending on the elongation and openness of your hamstrings. Try not to collapse. You have the crown of your head reaching forward. Only 1 more breath. From here, you're going to start to bend your left knee and slide your right foot to the outside of your left foot. So we're coming down to have a seat again, yeah? So we're setting up for a little spinal twist here. Be mindful. If both hips are not able to sit on the floor, I want you to take your right leg and straighten it out and keep that left foot on the outside of your right thigh. You can also place your left foot on the inside of your thigh if it's still not too, if it's too much and the crossing doesn't feel comfortable. So it doesn't matter where your left foot is sitting, either inside or outside of your right leg. You're going to take your right arm, lift it up to the sky to enable you to elongate the right side of your body. Exhale, twist. Take your right arm down, hug your left leg, and then let the left arm drop behind you, nice and easy. Gazing over your left shoulder. Only if that's comfortable for your neck, though. Keep lengthening the spine on the inhale. Exhale, we twist. 2 more breaths. Close your eyes. Just give yourself a moment to drop in and feel what you are releasing and breathing out. Bring your body back to center. Hold here, breathe in, exhale. Take your left foot behind you, scoop it all the way back. Bring your right foot to meet it, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Easing out here, plank pose, shoulders over your wrist. Now, some of you may want to take Chaturanga Dandasana or drop your knees and chest as we've been doing. So you decide what works for you. Elbows been right by your ribcage, regardless of where you're going. Inhale, you lift your heart for up dog or stay with cobra pose. Here we go. Hips to the sky, down, facing down. Take a deep breath in. Find stillness in your down dog. Gazing between your inner thighs or right at your belly button. Taking your time to walk to the top of your mat, or if you desire, sweep the right leg up into the sky. Slowly step the right foot between your hands. We're all at the top of the mat together. The knees bend and you roll up to stand. Arms release alongside the body. Breathe in and out. Sweep the arms high over your head. Exhale, bow forward, hands to the earth. Taking our time, inhale, lift up halfway, step your left foot all the way behind you this time. Before you even go up, spin that left heel down, set yourself up, draw that right foot back, move down through the right foot, and then rise up into that warrior one shape of the legs. Take the arms behind you, interlace your fingers, or grab hold of your strap or towel. Not only is the right hip moving back, the right rib cage is doing that as well. We lift the heart and we fold forward as deep as you can. You only go to your personal max. Stay with the breath. Press down to the outer edge of your left foot a little bit more to help you stay rooted. Last one. Release the hands down to frame your right foot. Sit onto the ball of your left foot. Start to inch your fingers out as you push off to lift your left leg. So again, that left hip is not open. The toes of the left foot point down. The left foot is flexed. You're in a warrior three shape. The crown of your head is going forward. Just hold in here. Deep in. Exhale. Last breath. Start to bend the right knee and then let that left knee slide to the outside of the right foot. Again, do what feels best because you want both hips rooted to the mat. So release that left leg if you need to. Adjust the right foot to the inside or outside of the left leg. Sweep the left arm up and high over your head. Breathe in. Exhale, twist to the right side. The left arm just gives that right shin a little snuggle. Is that a word? Snuggle? Yeah, okay, snuggle. Just kind of snuggle it up. And then the right hand drops behind you. Holding here. A few more breaths. Last two breaths, everyone. Deep inhale. Exhale. Final breath. Bring your body back to center. Take a deep inhale. Empty out. Take your right leg, sweep it all the way behind you. And bring your left foot to meet it. Bring down dog. Just take that last little flow here. So you have the option. Inhale out into plank pose. Lower your knees and chest or shift slightly forward for a little chaturanga yoga push-up. Roll over to the tops of your feet. Lift your heart for up dog or cobra pose. Curl the toes, hips in the sky. Downward facing dog. You're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your knees to the earth. Bring your knees wide and your big toes together. And we're going to drop into a nice wide child's pose. So if you need to, place a blanket under your knees. You can also slide a blanket right between your hips and your heels. You want to be comfortable here. Relax the upper body. Relax your arms, relax your head, move where you need to if you need to make any little adjustments. And once again, we're just folding into ourselves, preparing the body and the mind for the next stages, for the next steps. Good. Cultivating a really strong foundation. Slowly begin to lift your upper body. Walk your hands in. And then start to dip your hips over to one side. So we're going to bring our legs wide. And this is a great time to grab your block if you need to. So we're going to come into a wide leg forward fold. And the toes are pointing straight up towards the sky. You have your block, you have your pillow, your books, whatever you may need. You're going to start to hinge again, right from your hips, reaching your heart forward. Now only go as far as it feels comfortable for you. So be mindful not to put any strain or pressure on the hamstrings. If you need to, bring your legs in a little bit more, right? We don't have to be super wide. So find that position that's right, that angle of your legs that's perfect for your hamstrings and your lower back. Now you have your block, and you can place your forearms on the block, right? This is a perfect spot to stay in. You can also lower your forearms down to the mat, or you can lower your block or your book, do whatever's right. You can even lower the chest a little bit towards the mat and rest head on the palms. You can make a little fist. Sometimes I like that because it gives my third eye a little massage. And you hold here. No extra effort, no extra doing. Just allowing yourself to be. I want you to take the next few breaths to take a quick assessment. A very true, authentic assessment of the things that you need to let go of. If at first when we started our practice, it's like, this one thing, this other thing. But where do you want to go? What are your next steps in life? And therefore, you know. No one else has to tell you. You know exactly what you need to release in order for you to move there with a little more ease. A little more stability. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Slowly begin to lift your upper body. Take your time, guys. Whew. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just hold here. Breathe in. Breathe out. And keep the eyes closed. One more breath. And then slowly begin to blink the eyes open. And slide your legs gently together, bending them, closing them. And we're going to come into our backs. So as you come into your back, we're going to move into one more little twist before we take a full-on little relaxation. And I want you to bring the knees in really close to your chest and belly. And as we take this spinal twist, the knees are not going to be in line with the hips. They're going to be a little bit past the hips. So I really want you to get into that deep lower back twisting. The arms can open out into a T or a cactus shape, whatever feels right for you. You're going to take a deep breath in. Keep those elbows, or keep the knees coming in a little bit closer towards your chest, and then drop the legs over. So as the legs drape over to your right, your head can remain looking straight up towards the ceiling, or you can turn your head to the left side. So whatever feels best for you. And then check in and make sure that the knees are a little higher than your hips. One deep breath in. Exhale. Slowly bring the legs back in. We move to the other side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale the legs to the left. Again, the knees are slightly past your hips. Relax the shoulders. Head gazing towards the ceiling, or let it drift over to the right shoulder. Two more breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Slowly draw the legs back into center. Place the soles of your feet on the mat. And as you place the feet on the mat, bring the feet about mat distance apart and allow the knees to just soften in towards one another. If it feels good, kind of what I'm doing, I'm just like resting my hands on my belly for a moment. We did create a lot of heat and fire in this space. It's like the hands are these beautiful healing tools that are just dropping in to support us, providing us with a little nourishment and comfort. Take another deep breath in. Exhale fully and completely out of the mouth, even if you want to sigh. Let's actually do that for one more time because that felt really good. Deep breath in. And release the arms alongside your body. Allow the legs to move out. I'd just like you to be here for a couple of minutes. And as you take this moment of relaxation on your back, notice where you need to find a little more ease. Softening through the soles of your feet, your toes, your ankles. Allowing the earth to support you as the legs melt and the hips drop into Mother Earth. Release the spine, relax the shoulders. And take up space, a little more space if you need to. So even if the arms want to open out a little wider, do that. Notice any tingling through the palms and the fingertips. Nice soft jaw muscles, lightness in your tongue. And there's a heaviness over the eyelids. Surrender and absorb the benefits of your practice. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose and out of the mouth. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, rotate your wrists and your ankles. And then sweep the arms high over your head. Stretch. Draw both knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a loving hug. Let's awaken the nerve endings a little bit. So bring the soles of your feet together and the palms and give them a little look. And the legs come back in together. You have the option. You can roll over to one side, or, some people may want to take a little rock back and forth. So you're going to rock up and back, maybe a few times, and then rock up to sit. And I want you to grab your blanket or your pillow, whatever you need to sit on, and come into a cross-leg position. You're going to take your right hand, place it over your belly, right? We've been working with this heat and fire, that samana vayu energy of that spinning and churning and directing energy outward. And then we're going to take the left hand, and instead of it touching the crown, you're going to let it just hover over the crown. Then I'd like for you to close your eyes. And allow your breath to become deep. So slow, powerful. Inhales and exhales through the nose. And acknowledge the fact that you are strong, you are powerful, you are divine. And with the support of the earth, with the guidance of our ancestors, with the aid of all the gods and goddesses, with the collective collaboration of the universe, you have the ability to step into a new, to move down a path that is truly laid out for you and your highest good. Allow the heat in your belly to inspire you. Allow it to ignite you. Allow it to elevate and move through every inch of your being. With your left hand hovering over your crown, know that you are blessed. You're blessed with this beautiful life and the ability to craft, create, and cultivate what you desire. Breathe in. Hold the breath. Draw and squeeze right at the base of your perineum. Draw your navel point in and up. Exhale. Keep your hands in place. Inhale. Sweep both arms now high over your head. Hold the breath in. Spread the fingers wide. Holding the breath. And then exhale. Fan the hands down and out. Extending your aura 6 feet, 9 feet. As the fingertips touch the earth. Know that all is complete. And you are ready to move forward into your new life on your path. It's still our time with the single sound of Om. Bring your palms together. Inhale. Live life to the fullest. Embrace your life with passion. And stay spiritually fly. Namaste, Ashe, Satnam. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here today. And of course, please go over to Embrace Om, to our YouTube page there. Start following us. We have a little new content there. We're going to be adding more and more. And as always, continue to follow me. I always pop things up. And this has been really, really fun to be able to offer some free classes and streaming here on YouTube. Finally, on tomorrow, we have one of our amazing instructors and spiritual guides and teachers and trainers. We have Stuart Bishop. He will be actually streaming here. So he will be a guest teacher on my platform. And he's also one of the directors for Embrace Home. He helps us with all of our creative content. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here on this Saturday afternoon. I'll see you around and have a wonderful weekend. Ciao.